Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Check it out, it's the PowerEgg X. You might have seen a few of my videos on this, an unboxing to an original flight test. We're going to still do some water tests. This thing has the potential to do a water kit with some floaties so you can fly it and land on the water. But in this test, I'm on the top of the mountain here in Maui, Hawaii. As you can see, great day. We just have a little bit of cloud cover. So we're going to fly this thing out, see how far. We're going to do a range test today and see how far we can get. Let's get started. I'll have the app recorded on the screen of my phone so you guys can see this. I'm also just going to record in the 4K. Supposedly these guys did a few updates. Remember the initial video in my initial flight test was kind of bad. It was kind of chopping out in 4K. It seemed like it had trouble keeping up with the frame rate. So let's go ahead and press launch. Automatic takeoff, slide to the right. Wow. And again, I always forget how fast that thing launches, so you got to be ready for it. So we're just going to go directly that way towards Wailea. We're not going to go super high. We're just going to be in normal mode. And I'm going to hit full stick forward. Just like that. Okay, so we're just heading straight out. I'm not going very high. As you can see, I'm only about 13 feet height. I'm just going to leave it at that. Again, I'm pointing my antennas directly, the flat part directly at the drone, right? And I'm figuring this thing's not going to really be going as far as other drones, but we're going to see that because this is Wi-Fi, right? I'm going to go a little higher, just so if anything happens, we have some leeway to get down. So maybe I'm going to go about 100 feet high. The hill will drop away a bit, so we'll be gaining our altitude actually from the ground level. So as you can see, I'm moving the gimbal. We still have good gimbal response. And again, I'm just pointing these antennas directly, the flat part directly at, oh, a little bit of a pixelation there for a second. And a little bit more. We're only 2,400 feet away right now. I'm just full stick forward, and again, standard mode. Starting to get choppy in my video of my phone, the FPV. Still holding my antennas directly at it. And by the way, guys, I did turn off the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth on my phone. I still have my cell phone data going. As you can see, they're still having trouble with the maps up here on the left. If I press that, you see how the Google Maps are still not coming in. So I don't know what's going on there, but they need to fix that. I've never got that to work. So something they can still work on. Anyway, we're having a little bit of choppy video, but it's still going and still able to do it. And we are at just reaching 4,000 feet. You can see in my phone, I'll have that up. You can see how it's getting pixelated and kind of getting blurry and coming in and out. Still moving the gimbal up and down. I do still have control, although it's a little bit choppy. See that? So there's a big delay. I just pushed down and the camera's kind of catching up. I'm pushing up on the gimbal now and nothing's happening. It looks like we might be losing connection at 40. Whoop. Okay, we're back. Oh, signal lost at a mile. Just about a mile. 5,245 feet. Have we gained connection again? What's going on? 53. Remote control signal lost. So it's like it's kind of coming in and out at this distance, and you can see how the screen is frozen and it keeps saying signal lost up at the top left. You can see our height is 102 feet. Did we just get it back? Yeah, we just got it back. I'm going up and down with the gimbal. Okay, well, we just got it back and we're over a mile now. So I'd say effectively to have kind of decent video in a pure line of sight, clear line of sight, no interference situation, you're going to get about a mile usable range with this thing, which isn't too bad, but you know, there are drones that can do way more. But these range tests are just to show you what you can do with this, especially in a clear line of sight area like this. I'm just going to keep pushing it. We're 82% power, so we should have no problem coming back. I'm moving the gimbal up and down, and you can see how it's choppy, laggy. But it did kind of just get back into connection. And it's not doing too bad now. So I'm still going. We're going at 16 feet per second. I don't have the stick all the way. Let me push the stick all the way again. I kind of let off for a little while. So the drone's tilting a little more. You see how we totally lost signal again? Let me come back down. Thumbstick's maybe about 3/4 of the way forward. No more gimbal control whatsoever in my screen. Don't forget, I will have that 4K up, so I'll have that kind of pop in and out so you guys can see the 4K of the drone. Sorry, I'm going up and down a lot. So my screen is super delayed to what I'd been doing. I'm not touching the roller now, and I'm having all this movement on my screen. But we're still able to go. Wow, okay, so 7,800 feet. Almost approaching 2 miles now. Still hold my controller as good as I can. Looks like the drone might be kind of turning on its own to the left a little bit. So maybe the compass is just a tad off. I'm going to turn to the right just a tad. If I can get my FPV back. There we go. You can see that cloud line is just above us. And really choppy video, but we're apparently still in connection. Oh, it says device unconnected on the top left, so I think it's safe to say that that's about it. So just under 2, well, maybe a mile. What is that? 7,800 feet. There we go. So now the controller beeped at me and it's blinking, so there is no connection whatsoever. And then the controller just vibrated. Now I guess we have connection again. So right here it's dropping in and out of connection, so really nothing you can do here. So I'm gonna wait till this thing maybe vibrates again and then go back into return to home if it isn't already returning, which is a little bit scary. Okay, so the red return to home just turned red on the left, and now it's beeping at me. Okay, so it went into return to home on its own, but of course we don't have any video yet. And I don't think we can turn off this beeping. Sorry about that. Let me just press power one time real quick. No. So now I'm looking at my distance, and it's getting less. You see that distance on the bottom left? So it is coming back at a horizontal speed of 32 feet per second, but my video is still stuck going out. It's like frozen there. So video not so great on this, but at least the telemetry still tells you what's going on, you know, once you lose connection, which is decent. Let's see if and when we can get some video back. So effectively, guys, I'll have, when I totally lost connection, I'll have the range pop up there. I think that was about 1.5 miles. But again, usable range, only about 1 mile. If you have perfect line of sight, like I have here, just no obstructions whatsoever. If you can see in my hat cam, I'm just flying right out away from the mountain, and there's no trees in between me and the drone. We're above the trees and we're below the clouds. Just a beautiful day to be out here doing these tests. Okay, do we have video back? Hard to tell. Using my gimbal a little. I'm getting some chop in the video. I got the gimbal all the way up, but I'm not seeing anything change on my screen. Does look like it turned in the screen though, doesn't it? Although the screen is frozen. Going back down with the gimbal. Just to about 10% tilt down. Oh, screen just slept. Oh, my phone just slept. Yikes. That's kind of freaky. That's weird. So like when you lose connection, it made my phone sleep after a while. And now it's entirely black. No more screen or nothing. Yikes. So do I want to try to restart this app maybe? Since it's already returning home, I'm going to go ahead and do that, guys. I'm going to restart this app. So go back into drones, back into vision, PowerEgg application. Okay, it reconnected. Oh, device, yep, device connected, as you can see on your screen. Go back to access device. There we go. Okay, so we're almost home. So this one has trouble regaining video, kind of like the Anafi did, remember? The Parrot Anafi. So if that happens, guys, restart your application, maybe even unplug or plug in if you still can't get the video back. Because it's already in return to home, so you're not gonna, you're not gonna lose it. Sorry about that beeping, I just can't turn that off. Hold it a little farther out. So there we go, there's the range test in a pure, unobstructed, no interference line of sight. It's only me and a couple other vehicles far away. There's the camera. Maybe before we land, we'll just do a quick little speed test and see if they kind of fix the 4K 30 stuttering. Let's just see how close it lands. I did launch from that table right there in front of me. I'll stop it when it's, as soon as we know where it's going to land, and then I'll do a little bit of fast flying so you can see maybe if they worked on that camera. Wow, it's going to land on my truck almost, isn't it? Yeah, it's not really readjusting itself. So that's about it. I'm going to stop, return to home. It's just going to hover right there. So this one's always been about 6 feet off, 6 to 8 feet off for me. So, that is what it is. I did do a compass cal before I put this battery in, this new fresh battery for the flight. So you can see the 4K footage on the screen. Let me just do some fast flying and let's see if this 4K chops out. Remember how I was having difficulty in my original flight test? Let's just see what happens. Woo! Oh, it's gonna hit the ground there because I was going uphill. So keep an eye on that camera. Man, it's pretty fast in just regular standard mode. Let's go into expert. Do a couple more flights here, flybys. Oh, that's easy. You can see how that thing just goes full stick. See how slow it's going. That's if you want super cinematic shots or you're a beginner flyer. Put it in P, which is professional. Forgot about that. And that disables the forward-looking system, but the forward-looking system never really did work on this that good. You know what I mean? So just keep an eye on that video. Just really want to see if it's... Whoa, don't crash into the hill. I want to see if it's pausing and chopping like it did in the park. I did do one update on this after that. And by the way, this is a new one they sent me. Remember the first one melted when I left the battery in there? Well, that was having some issues. Okay, well that was professional mode. Let's go to normal mode again. Just hitting this switch in the middle. If you guys missed my park flight, the maiden flight, make sure you view that if you want to see all the functions this thing can do and how well it does them. It seems like it's detecting the ground. Let's see if I can run into myself again. Well, it kind of would have hit my head. Maybe because it's not even on. I'll try to turn that on real quick. options, sensors. Oh, there we go. I forgot I had to turn it on. So if you don't turn it on, remember you don't have it. It's not on by default. Let's try that again, see if they improved it. Oh, we're actually going down now. Why are we going down? Starting to go down for some reason. Okay, let's just see how this is. I'm gonna give it like just a medium mid stick. Seems like it's going up, pushing full forward. All right, so that's kind of working. Let's try another coming in fast. Remember I had the problem where it would go up and down when you're coming in kind of fast. Full stick forward. Yeah, see that? When it's tilted down like that, it just can't see in front of it. But now when it's level, it's no problem. But it's still having that weird thing. Let's see if it can detect the hill. If I go like low, let's go back here. Go down a bit. Let's see if it'll run into the hill that's gaining altitude. Okay, yeah, I'm pushing forward. It's still doing that wobble thing. See that? Once in a while. Now it's going up on its own. And I'm still full stick forward. Okay, well anyway, that's it. Still works, just not the best. 34% power left. Gonna turn off these forward sensors. Remember, you gotta turn that on if you want to use them. And they do work best if you're in easy mode where it's just going super slow and flat. Let's just finish off this battery by checking out the West Maui Mountains. We'll go low and we'll just do kind of a fast shot going forward here. Look at that, beautiful, huh? We'll go down, again looking at the camera, seeing if they improved it or if it's still choppy and pausing. And let's come back up. Oh, RC guys are flying their planes over there, cool. Just turn around, don't want to get in their way. Let's come right back. Just looking at the screen, there's my truck. Full throttle forward. All right. Sounded like somebody just crashed down there, flying their plane. And letting off. Whoa! Okay guys, well I'm going to land it and we are going to be done with our super range test for the PowerEgg X. Let's see if I can land it on this guy. Slowly coming down. There we go. Pulling down, pulling down. Okay. You can do some precision manual landings. That's good. Stop the 4K recording. Let's do a little pros and cons on that range test, guys. Okay, so what do you guys think? The PowerEgg X range test. I will have had, again, the 4K video up and also my screen recording. So I'll have had all that for you guys to look at. And I want you guys to comment, tell me how you think that 4K looked with that update I did. It was just an update that was supposedly supposed to fix some of the frame rate and keep the frames from dropping on that 4K. Otherwise, it flies really well. The range, though, this was all about the range test, right? So effectively about 1.5 miles maximum range. I will have had that up on the screen again. I'll put it up there just if I'm saying it wrong with the translation, but I think it was about 1.5 miles, and effectively to actually move the camera around and control the craft, you're looking at about 1 mile, because the FPV, remember, in the screen, when you're looking at it and you're trying to do your shots, it's going to get really choppy and laggy, and it's just like worthless. So, and again, that's in no interference. There's no houses or Wi-Fi around here, and we're flying visual, line of sight in a straight line, and no interference, no obstructions. Anyway guys, I hope you like that range test of the PowerEgg X. Don't forget, we're doing a water test on this next. We already did the park flight, the maiden flight. If you want to check out all the functions it has and all the tracking and see how that performs, I'll have a link to the playlist up here on the top right and also in the description. So you can check out the link to that stuff and also where to get the PowerEgg X and more specs on it if you're interested. And also my other videos. Subscribe if you enjoy my videos, and if you already are subscribed, thank you so much. And I hope you guys are staying safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.